In the name of Allah Almighty, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum everyone. It is lecture number 8 of popular fiction, and today the novel that we have to discuss is Burnt Shadows by Kamila Shamsi. So she wrote this novel in 2009 and her date of birth is 1973. That is why these dates are mentioned here. Alright, so starting with lecture outline, the topics that we have to cover today in this lecture are, first of all, there's introduction. Then there's an introduction of Kamila Shamsi, her novel that is Burnt Shadows. We will be talking about this novel, the introduction, that what this novel is all about, characters of the novels, and then there is summary. At the end we have conclusion. Alright, so starting with introduction, unfolding in 4 sections. It means that this novel is divided into 4 sections, and the novel traces the shared histories of 2 families. There are 2 families in this novel, and they have shared histories in a sense that the history and the life of the one family is connected with the history and the life of the other family. So in this sense we say that there are 2 families in this novel. Yes, from the final days of the Second World War in Japan and India on the brink of partition in 1947. So from where it starts from the final days of the Second World War in Japan. So when did the Second World War happen? It happened in 1945. So it was the time when this World War occurred, and so this novel actually starts from that time. It means that there's a story which begins from 1945 and India on the brink of partition in 1947. So there are certain events in the story which are interconnected, which means that the story starting from Second World War in Japan to it has moved on to the partition in India in 1947, means the events that happened there in 1947, they are also included in this book, to Pakistan in the early 1980s. Then this story jumps to from 1947 to 1980. So we had certain characters who live in Pakistan, and that time period which is shown there is 1980s. New York in the aftermath of 11 September. Then there is a reference of 9/11. All of us are familiar with this. Most important and famous, that was dangerous attack of 9/11 in America. And then Afghanistan in the wake of ensuing US bombing campaign. So what happened after 2001? The US bombing campaign started in Afghanistan. So we also have such kind of references in this novel. Alright, so before going into the summary and studying the characters of the novel, I would like to explain or even familiarize you people with the writer of this novel, that is Kamila Shamsi. Shamsi was born into a well-to-do family of intellectuals in Pakistan. Well-to-do means the one who belongs to a well-off family, and the family of intellectuals, it means that she had a background of intellectual people. She had such kind of environment around her. Her mother is journalist and editor Muniza Shamsi. So you people might have heard her name somewhere, that she was a journalist and she was editor as well. Her great aunt was writer Atiya Hussain, and she is also a famous writer of English, and she is the granddaughter of memoirist Jahan Ara Habibullah. So memoirist means those who used to write the recollections, your memories, past events. So she's the granddaughter of Jahan Ara Habibullah. So it means that she belonged to such kind of family where there were many literary persons. She was brought up in Karachi, where she attended Karachi Grammar School. She has a BA in creative writing from Hamilton College and an MFA from the MFA program for poets and writers at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where she was influenced by the Kashmiri poet Agha Shahid Ali. So she was born in Karachi. She had her later degrees from the Hamilton College. She did her studies from America and England, and she was influenced by the Kashmiri poet Agha Shahid Ali. Alright, so here we have the Burnt Shadows. So what this story is all about, so let me give you a brief introduction of this story, although I have discussed about it in introduction, but for the sake of clear understanding I will repeat it. So burnt shadows begin in Nagasaki at the World War II, and there are different characters. Okay, let's read first, then we will discuss the characters. Burnt Shadows begins in Nagasaki at the end of World War II and ends shortly after the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. So it begins when at the end of World War II and ends shortly after 9/11 attacks. So it means that when there occur 9/11 attacks, so that it is the point where story ends. So the story spans, almost 55 to 60 years. There are, like there is a time period of 55 to 60 years in which the story moves. In between, the characters are tossed upon the swells of a turbulent half century. Again, as I said, 55 or 60 years, it means there's a half century. Their lives touched by the partition of India, the nuclear arms race, the rise of Islamic fundamentalism in South Asia, and the suppression of liberties in America after 9/11. So what happened? There were different events these events are not of local level. These are international events having international significance. That is why, and these events have directly affected the characters in the novel. Although we just have a passing reference of these events in different literature, in different texts, but particularly when we talk about this novel, in this novel, these events are particularly discussed in such a way that had affected the lives of the characters. But the novel does not merely present these events as a backdrop. So these are not presented as a backdrop like in the background such events were happening. Rather, it shows that human beings must reckon with them in highly personal ways. Reckon means count them. Like count these events in highly personal ways means these events had directly affected the lives of the people who are in this novel. Okay, that an historic gesture may move a country's border as with partition or devastate a population. So what happened? Historic gesture, such kind of the development or some kind of destruction that happened in history, it can move countries' border as with partition. It means that they can divide the countries or devastate a population as with the atomic bomb. On such kind of events can also devastate a population, which happen in the form of atomic bomb explosion. But in the end, history is also a story about individual people and relationships. So it presents the story that how individuals had relation with one another and with other people as well. Okay, here we have the characters of the novel. Number one, we have Conrad Weiss. Who was that? He was a German man working as a translator in Japan, proposes marriage to Hiroko Tanaka. So Conrad Weiss, you need to remember him. And who was he? He was a German man. He worked as translator and he married Hiroko Tanaka. Hiroko Tanaka was a Japanese girl who accepts Hiroko's proposal. It means that the girl, she was Japanese, she was living in Japan. Conrad was also living in Japan, so he proposes Hiroko. Okay, Else, and she is Conrad's sister, means this person's sister is Else, who is living with her English husband Jacob in Delhi, India. So she is living with her English husband. It means that her husband is from America and they are living in India. Okay, Jacob, he is Else's husband. Else's English husband from America. I have already talked about it. Then there is Sajad. And who is Sajad? He is Jacob's assistant in Delhi. It means that Jacob, who was Else's husband, his assistant was Sajad. Sajad begins teaching Hiroko Urdu. So what happened at one point in the story, the Hiroko, who was a Japanese girl, she moved to India and there she met Sajad because he was Jacob's assistant. She met him and she started learning Urdu from him, and they enjoy each other's company very much. So they were very fond of each other's company. As a result, they would marry later on. Okay, Raza, he is a son of Sajad and Hiroko. It means that Sajad and Hiroko then later get married, and he is a son of Sajad and Hiroko. Abdullah, he is Raza's means the son of Sajad and Hiroko's Afghani friend, and often talks to him about Mujahideen and also traveled to Afghanistan with Abdullah. So he is a son, his Afghani friend, alright, and he used to talk to him about different things. And he also traveled to Afghanistan with Abdullah. Okay, Harry Burton, he is a son of Else and Jacob, visits Sajad and Hiroko. Harry Burton is son of the Ilse. She was is the sister of Conrad. Okay, so her and Jacob's son is Harry Burton, and they visit Sajad and Hiroko. Okay, Kim is Harry's daughter. It means that this Harry Burton's daughter and Elsie and Jacob's granddaughter. So there are three generations shown in this novel, because this novel spans half of the century. So it means that there are three generations. All right. So what happened? When the book opens, there is a man who is in the prison. All right. Before starting the summary, I would like to tell you people that what is happening, from where the book starts, what the characters are doing. All right. So there's a scene. Someone is there in the prison, and he is thinking about his past life, that what he has done, and why he is there, and what fate had brought him to that. All right. So he is actually recollecting all the moments, all the events, and then the story begins. All right. So book opens with a brief prologue. Prologue means a text which is written before the you can say introduction. All right. So introduction, depicting a man. Depicting means presenting. Being stripped and shackled in a prison cell. Stripped means beaten, and shackled. Shackled means locked in a prison cell, wondering how his life has come to this point. So if definitely anyone who is in a prison, he just thinks that what he had done in his life, and what had happened to him, where the fate had brought him to. So he keeps on thinking about that. The story then shifts to Nagasaki, Japan, in August 1945. So this story shifts to Nagasaki. So there's a recollection, because now that character is thinking about, and he's thinking about the what happened in Nagasaki, Japan. Conrad Weiss, a German man working as a translator in Japan, he proposes a marriage to Hiroko Tanaka. So it means that Conrad Weiss, he is living in Germany, and here he works as a translator, and he proposes a marriage to whom? To Hiroko Tanaka, who is a Japanese girl. She accepts. So what happened? Shortly after, the air raid sirens and everyone scrambling for shelter. So it means that, so after that, there is an air raid, and air raid sirens, that everyone should seek a secure place. So there is scrambling. Like scrambling means trembling and terrifying situation. They want a shelter where they could save themselves. So Conrad moves slowly and is killed in the atomic blast. So what happened? Conrad is killed. Hiroko, injured in the blast, suffers from what would today be called PTSD. Okay, Hiroko was injured, and this day when the blast, or that atomic bomb explosion that hit that place, it is named as PTSD in Japan. At a loss as to what to do, she decides to travel to visit Conrad's sister Ilse, who is living with her English husband Jacob in Delhi, India. So what happened when she got to know that Conrad has been died in the attack? She went to visit Conrad's sister, that is Ilse, and she visited her in India, where she lived with her husband. So what happened? Jacob is not happy to see Hiroko and is against taking her. So Jacob was initially not happy, that he did not want her to be there. He did not want want the Hiroko to stay with them. Okay, Ilse moved by Hiroko's story, and Hiroko told Ilse the story about Conrad and about the bomb explosion. So she was very much moved and obvious distress. She was very much sad, and what happened? She insists the young woman be allowed to stay with them. She insisted, her husband, that she actually wanted that woman to stay with them. Hiroko is introduced to Jacob's assistant Sajad, a Muslim man. So Hiroko is then introduced by Jacob to his assistant, that is Sajad. He was a Muslim man. Sajad begins teaching Hiroko Urdu, and they enjoy each other's company very much. He was the one who actually taught her how to communicate in Urdu, and they both enjoy each other's company. As a result, they got married. Eventually, they realize that they have fallen in love. Sajad informs Hiroko that his family is very strictly religious and will never allow the marriage. In fact, his family expects to arrange a traditional marriage for him. So Sajjad informs Hiroko that he belonged to that kind of religious family and they will never allow her family. So in order to get married, they will have to move to some other place where they can easily get married. So he and Hiroko leave Delhi. So where they went, eloped. Eloped means to, move from one place to another, and to stay there and to get just to get yourself hidden from other people. So they secretly moved to Istanbul where they got married. They moved to Turkey basically. When they attempt to return, however, the partition of India to form Pakistan has occurred. So what happened after 2 or 3 years, when they came back, they noticed that the Pakistan and India had been separated as a result of partition of 1947. They are barred from returning to Delhi and forced to settle in Karachi. So what happened, as they were not in India, so what happened when they returned after partition, so they were not allowed to return to Delhi. As a result, they had to settle in Karachi. The story jumps to 1982. After 35 years of marriage, the couple has a young son, Raza. So then the story jumps to 1982, and so it's been 35 years and the couple has young son, Raza. So it means that Sajjad and Hiroka, they had a son named Raza. Sajjad has abandoned his law career and works in a soap factory. So Sajjad had started working in soap factory. A very good student with a good chance of attending university, Raza suffers from anxiety attacks every time he sits for his graduate exams. Although he was a very good student and he had a good chance of attending the university, but there was a problem with Raza that he could not graduate the exam because he had the exam anxiety. So because of that, he could not perform well. As a result, he used to fail in every year. His friends pass easily and move on with their lives, while Raza is forced to wait for the next opportunity to take the test. So see, he definitely had to wait for the next opportunity. One day, at the fish market, a man named Abdullah begins a conversation with Raza. So there is an entry of another character, that is Abdullah, assuming because of his mixed ethnicity that he is a fellow Afghani, and thinking that he belonged to his birthplace, that is Karachi, means not belonging to exactly that place, but because Pakistan is near Afghanistan, so because of that he started communicating with him. The two become friends, and Abdullah begins talking to Raza of the Mujahideen and of going to a remote training camp to learn how to fight the Soviets who are invading Afghanistan. So at that time, what happened, Soviet Unions or the Russians, they had invaded Afghanistan in order to get access to the warm waters of Arabian Sea. Pakistani Mujahideen and the Taliban of Afghanistan, they had fighted against them at that time. So there were many volunteers around the country who also participated in such movement. So Abdullah was also the one who wanted to go to that remote training camp in order to learn that how he could also fight against the Soviets. Harry Burton, the son of Ilse and Jacob, visits Sajjad and Hiroko. So Harry Burton is the son of Ilse and Jacob. So he visits Sajjad and Hiroko, and Raza agrees to help Abdullah locate and travel to the training camp, thinking he will leave Abdullah there. It will help pass the time until his next exam. So Abdullah, so Raza helped Abdullah in locating the camp, thinking that he would pass time till his next exam. And also there was another development that Harry Burton, he also visits Sajjad and Hiroko because he was American. His father was American, so because of this, his identity was also American. But when he visited Sajjad and Hiroko in Pakistan, so what happened? People thought that he is also American and he is against Taliban. They will also attack them. They travel into the desert and locate the camp, but Raza discovers that it is difficult to live. Because the men that run the camp are suspicious and paranoid. Paranoid means, mentally sick people, thinking, like people who used to overthink and they complicate situations. Such kind of people are called as paranoid. So they travel into the desert and locate the camp. So they traveled into a desert. They located the camp, and Raza find it difficult, that it's very difficult for him to get out of that place because people were very suspicious. They discover that his family is connected to Harry Burton, and people there discover that he is, his family is connected to Harry Burton. whom they know as an American, because I taught you in the previous slide that he was considered an American because his father was American. Back in Karachi, Sajjad searches the fish market every day for signs of Raza. So back in Karachi, Sajjad also searched the fish market in order for every day he searched the fish market for signs of Raza who has disappeared. So Raza had disappeared, and because he was there with Abdullah in the camp of Taliban's. So Sajjad searched him in the fish market. His connection to the burden and his constant question marks him as a suspicious, and he is eventually killed by one of the paranoid mujahideen. When he kept on asking about the Raza, and also Taliban's or mujahideen got to know that his link was with Harry Burton, Sajjad was killed. Eventually they allow Raza to return home. As a result, Raza was allowed to came home. In 2001, Raza is working with Harry as a military contractor in Afghanistan. So he started working there. Ilse and Hiroko live in New York City. So what happened? They had moved to New York City, means that is Conrad's sister and Hiroko. They moved to New York City, where Harry's daughter Kim often visits them. Harry means Kim is the granddaughter of Ilse. She used to visit them. Raza is using his work in Afghanistan to locate Abdullah, whom he regrets leaving behind at the camp all those years before. So he is there and he is actually finding Abdullah. Through his investigation, Raza discovers that Abdullah is living in New York and working as a cab driver. So he got to know that he is there in New York. So he moved there. So he has been prevented from returning home to see his family. As a result, Abdullah was not allowed to enter Afghanistan. He started living in New York. Raza engineers a plan to have Hiroko bring Abdullah into Canada, where he will be able to return to Afghanistan. So Raza, because he was friend of Abdullah, he wanted him to return to Afghanistan. So what he did, he actually got his mother to, and also tell his mother that bring Abdullah into Canada from New York, and then we will return him to Afghanistan. Harry is assassinated. Harry was killed. Raza finds that he is under suspicion and must flee Afghanistan, and Raza also felt that he was also under suspicion for having contacts with the Mujahideen. So he also wanted to flee. In New York, Kim persuades Hiroko to let her bring Abdullah across the border. So what happened? Kim persuades Hiroko that he will bring Abdullah across the border. Raza travels to Montreal. Raza is there because he was waiting for Abdullah in the Canada. Montreal is a city of Canada. Meeting Abdullah at a restaurant. He said that he will meet Abdullah at the restaurant. Harboring suspicions about Abdullah's politics. Harboring means thinking about suspicions, or Abdullah. Kim contacts the police. So Kim thought that Abdullah is, is a suspicious person and he is the most wanted person. So she did what? She actually contacted the police and he wanted to get Abdullah arrested. But what happened? Who raided the restaurant? Police raided the restaurant and mistakenly arrested Raza instead of Abdullah. So instead of Abdullah, the Raza, the cousin, cousin of Kim, he was arrested. Back in New York, Hiroko is furious with Kim for her actions. So Hiroko, she was very much offended by her actions. Kim attempts to contact the authorities to right her mistake. So Kim was there. She actually wanted to correct her mistake, that instead of Raza, she wanted to get Abdullah arrested. So the government is happy to have the man she identified in custody. So government was actually happy because he also had links with Mujahideen. So they were happy and that he was in custody. So Kim's efforts make no progress. Hiroko goes to look out the window, noting that the world moves on despite what's just happened, taking no notice. So Kim's efforts, that she wanted to get Raza flee from the jail, she remained unsuccessful. Hiroko, who was a mother of Raza, she goes to look out of the window and thinking that the world is going on its own pace, but it is only I who is suffering and no one is noticing that. So it means that the person who was sitting in the jail, he was sitting behind the bars in the very beginning of the novel, he was the Raza. Okay, I would like to conclude by saying that the story Burnt Shadows shares the concept with the reader that past events haunt the memories of individuals in order to shape their new identities at new places. So yes, this happens, that what happened in the past, it actually affected their future and also shaped their new identities at new places. That's all.